All right, let's bring you into the show this morning. When it gets to this part of the show, then we've actually gotten started, because when you start talking to us, it means you're part of what we're doing right here, Channels TV Sports Center in Lagos, Nigeria. Join the conversation. That's it right there. You can send us an email to sportsthismorning@channelstv.com, on Twitter, our channels_sports. Remember, it's a verified Twitter handle. You can go there, send us questions, comments, and suggestions. And on Facebook, our channels-sports. What are you talking about? You can still talk to us in the hashtag Odunayo Adekoroye. Remember, we told you she's doing big things right there at the Indian Professional Football League. We'll also take a look at what's going on at FIFA. Yes, let's make use of the hashtag Blatter Platini. They've been banned for 8 years, but we're hearing talks of fight. Blatter says he's going to fight for himself and FIFA. Tayo Salam. I was asking last night, I'm still asking, what is Blatter fighting for? What sort of fight is this?
Yeah, I don't know if you're going to call it a losing battle. Yeah, but that's what it looks like. But then, I don't even know how to go about this, because he's got the right. The sanctions have been laid on him already. He's got the right to actually go to the appeals body and CAS as well too. But it remains to be seen how he's going to get off the hook in this one. I know when things start to get legal, it gets a little bit complicated as well too. And his lawyers, I'm sure, will be looking for every loophole, to ensure that their clients, get off the hook. But as it is right now, no matter how this ends, Blatter is done in football. It's done.
It's done, because 8 years, by the time the ban is lifted, that means he's going to be like 87 years old.
Yeah,
like 79 now.
I would says it can't go to 90.
But we know for sure.
No one is saying that.
The president is going to come to an end February the 26th.
Yeah.
That's it. That's for sure.
But he wants to be in that Congress, because he feels the ethics committee does not really have any right to actually do what they're doing, because as a FIFA president, it's only the Congress that can actually, get rid of him, no one else. So that's basically what he's saying. And when he's saying that, so it simply means, well, for Sepp Blatter, he really wants to fight on. He really wants to see how he can be in that Congress that will be held on, before the next president will be chosen. Well, I just feel for Michel Platini, he still wants to be the next FIFA president, or rather, he wants to contest. So he's got till January 26th to actually see if he can get.
That ambition doesn't look like it's it's going to materialize for Michel Platini. I mean, it's like, where do you go from here? You banned 8 years already. You're going to go to CAS. That's a process, and it's going to take long as well before a resolution is reached. But then, I don't know. It's over for the both of them. We'll
still continue this discussion. Michel Platini and Sepp Blatter, arguably biggest names in world football.
Come on, the two most powerful men in football.
So we'll keep talking about it right here at Channels TV Sports Center. But let's continue the conversation on Odunayo Adekoroye. We told you she is taking part at this year's Indian Professional Wrestling League. Yes, wrestling. Read my lips, wrestling. And she's doing big things with it. Just last night, she defeated her fourth opponent, a Ukrainian challenger, Odunayo Adekoroye. She was flawless. It was a technical knockout. And she has promised to keep on winning. She's still unbeaten. 4 fights, 4 straight wins. Not just anyhow wins, guys. Technical knockout.
Very dominant.
She has become the poster girl of the Indian League already. Everyone is talking about Odunayo Adekoroye, her singing, her dancing, with the way she just pushes aside her opponents.
And yesterday, when we're doing a preview of the fight, I said the only thing that looks like can stop Odunayo now is complacency, and she's not showing any of that. She goes into a fight really focused, and she just does the business.
That's right.
It tells you in the manner of the victories and she's been getting in the Indian Wrestling League that she's a really focused and determined girl, and she's going to go places. She's got a great upside, Cecilia Austin, and going into the Olympics as well too. We're all hoping and we're relying that she can do something really special for the country.
One man who can tell us more about Odunayo Adekoroye and all that is happening right there at the Indian Professional Wrestling League is the president of the Nigerian Wrestling Federation, Dan Igali, joins us now to talk more on Odunayo. Good morning, President, and welcome to the show.
Good morning.
We're talking about that sensation called Odunayo Adekoroye. We hear she's lighting up the Indian Professional Wrestling League. What's your take about this experience so far?
I think it's a really good one for us. First of all, for our preparations, but secondly, that she's flying the flag of Nigeria very high and very positively in India. She is now the poster child of the Indian Wrestling League, and I'm really excited for her.
We're glad she's also achieving that, but we know of some challenges before she left. What is the Federation getting out of all of this? In what ways can we learn and bring back to our wrestling for development?
Well, I negotiated the contract for her. She's going to be having 6 matches this year. They are in the semifinals now, and it appears she will be in the finals. And from every indication, she's going to win it. I mean, she's done well. The only match she wrestled where somebody even scored a point on her was her first match when she went directly from the airport straight to the wrestling mat. After that, she's dispatched everybody 10-0. This opponent was, in my view, probably the sternest test she was supposed to have. Liliana Orishna is number 6 in the world. She's the current European champion. We met her at the World Championships in the quarterfinals, but I thought this was going to be our toughest test. And she's so composed now. She's wrestling really well. Pertaining your second question about what we can learn from the Indian League, I mean, this is a big show. It's a big-time event. People are investing millions of dollars into this event. If you have the opportunity to show these wrestling matches on YouTube, on your station, is when you will know the level of preparations and the magnitude of the tournament that we're having. I'm happy and I'm hoping that sometime in the future we can also replicate something like this in Nigeria.
Exactly. That's the question I was going to ask you. And what's the possibility of we actually having a pro wrestling league in Nigeria?
Well, it's something that's in the pipeline. The bigger problem we have is this issue of sponsorship. I mean, the way they've done it in India is they have 6 teams and 6 of the 6 teams. They've gotten their own coaches. It's like a setup in a football club in England. That's how they've done it. So with Adekoroye, we had to negotiate appearance fees, how much is going to be paid per match, and all that. And for us to get that in Nigeria, we need to have people come into the league with a lot of investment. If that does not happen, we'll have to start very small and have the states, because it's mostly states we have now, get the states to get into a league format and then wait for sponsors to come. But we're hoping that next year sometime we'll be able to start something at a smaller level.
Okay, Odunayo obviously is the poster girl for Nigerian wrestling at the moment, based on her recent performances. But I'd like to know what the Federation is doing to discover, more Odunayos in Nigeria.
That's one of our biggest problems, but also one of the most exciting things for us. As we speak, we have a 19-year-old that just went to, she's not even quite 19 yet, Genesis, who won the gold medal at the last Africa Games. We also have a 17-year-old that is on the national team. We do have a good program to bring younger ones into the national team. What we don't have right now are these underage competitions that should be on a regular basis. We need to have them about 3-4 a year. Because of the lack of such organized competitions, what we've done is at every national championships, we have junior weight categories. So at every national tournament we are able to discover a lot of younger talent in those tournaments. And that's what we've been doing. And so far, I think we can do better, but so far, the process of bringing people from the younger age groups to the senior team has been working well for us.
So how feasible is it for you guys to actually organize age-grade tournaments to actually discover more talent, so that you don't have to rely only on having national trials to actually have the younger wrestlers coming in?
That is the next step for us. It's more about sponsorships. It's about lovers of sport getting into it because, as you know, the federal government can't do it alone, and it's what we've been harping on for the longest time. What we want to do is to encourage zonal championships and then have people who will qualify from the zonal levels to the national level. I think that will make it easier for a lot of the states, and the investment on the athletes, sending athletes to a national championships might be a bit less on the states. So that's what we're doing. In our last meeting, the board also buys into that idea, and we're hoping that sometime in March, April, we'll be able to start off with the junior under 12, under 15, and under 18 tournaments.
That's exciting news, Danny Gali. Thank you so much for the update, and we'll keep monitoring the progress that the Federation is making. Let's do all we can to develop wrestling in Nigeria. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. It's always a pleasure.
Always a pleasure to have you too.